I am 93 years old. Over the course of my life, I have buried the people I loved one by one. I lost my wife, I lost my friends, I even outlived the people I spent years fighting with. I have even outlived the old version of myself who cared far too much about what others thought. I am standing at the edge of a cliff right now. I can see the bottom clearly, and before I go over, I want to turn back and tell you, the one still standing in the crowd, the truth that I see. It was 1972. Leo was my closest friend. He was smarter than me, more charismatic than me, and richer than me. He was the kind of man everyone admired. One night, while celebrating a big deal, he was drinking expensive whiskey, leaned back in his chair, and said to me, "I'll grind for 5 more years. I'll stack the money, then I'll quit. Then I'll take my wife to Paris. Then I'll learn music. Then life will finally start." Leo had a plan. He had a map. 3 days later, as he was leaving his office, he grabbed his chest and collapsed to the ground. He was gone before the ambulance arrived. A massive heart attack. He was 41 years old. He never went to Paris. He never played a single note. Standing by his coffin, I realized the tragedy wasn't that Leo died. The tragedy was that Leo never truly lived. He postponed his life for a future he believed would begin later. He treated today like a waiting room for a tomorrow that never came. The cruel part is that a week later, when I went to clear out his desk, his calendar was booked months ahead. His inbox was full of urgent emails, and the world had not stopped because he died. His company replaced him quickly, and within months, his name faded. And when I look at you now, I see Leo. You are telling yourself the same lie. I'll relax when I get the promotion. I'll travel when the kids are older. I'll start living when things calm down. From a 93-year-old man, here is the truth. There is no later. There is only now. And if you are sacrificing your now for a tomorrow that is not guaranteed, you are investing your life in the worst possible deal. Let's talk about your possessions. Your generation is in love with accumulation. You buy what you don't need, often with money you don't have, just to impress people you don't even care about. I live in a tiny room now. I have a bed, a chair, and a photo of my wife. I once had big houses, expensive cars, and garages full of toys. And I am telling you this from the finish line of life. It was all meaningless. I have been to many funerals, and not once have I seen a trailer full of belongings following a hearse. When you die, your children will hire a stranger to come into your home and throw most of the things you valued into the trash. The rest will be sold for pocket change. That is where all that wealth ends up. So why are you breaking yourself for it? Why are you working 60 hours a week, missing your child's life, to pay for a car that sits in traffic? This is madness, and you will only realize it when you are sitting where I am sitting. By then, it will be too late. Let me tell you about the day I thought I had won. It was 1985. I was named Businessman of the Year in my city. A grand hall, applause, bright lights. On that stage, I felt invincible. I went home holding the trophy. The house was dark. My wife was asleep. My children were asleep, sitting alone at the kitchen table, staring into my glass. I realized something. When the applause ends, no one is left. The people in that hall did not care about me as a person. They cared about what I could do for them. And the people upstairs, The ones who truly loved me were the ones I had neglected for months to win that piece of glass. I missed my son's games to stay late at the office. I postponed my anniversary dinner to close a deal. That trophy is probably collecting dust somewhere now. I don't even know where it is. But the disappointment in my wife's eyes that night is still burned into my memory. Do not mistake your career for your legacy. It is not. It is a transaction. You are trading the hours of your life, hours you will never get back, to build someone else's dream. If you died today, your position would be posted online before your obituary. Do not worship your job. It will not love you back. It will not hold your hand when the lights go out. So what is left? If money is temporary, career is a trap, and possessions are just future trash, what remains are the things you gave, the love you gave, the time you gave, the connections you built. Sitting in this chair, I do not replay business deals. I replay Sunday mornings with my wife. I replay the sound of my daughter's laughter when she was small. I replay the moment I helped a stranger push his car out of the snow. That is the only real wealth there is. So here is a clear plan for you. First, bury your ego. You don't take the step. You don't start the dream. You don't tell the person you love how you feel because you are afraid of looking foolish. Why? Because of what people might think. Let me free you. Nobody is watching you. Everyone is too busy worrying about themselves. You are the main character only in your own story. To everyone else, you are background noise. Do not let other people's judgments freeze your life. Their opinions will rot in the ground right next to them. Second, live as if it were the last time. Apply this to everything. One day you will pick up your child for the last time. One day you will kiss your partner for the last time. One day you will drink a cup of coffee for the last time. You don't know when that day is. If you live with that awareness, you will not waste moments. You will taste the coffee. You will hold the hug a little longer. Third, wake up. I am old now. My body aches. My eyes are fading. But you are holding the most valuable things there are, time and health, and you are burning them, staring at a screen. Stop numbing yourself. Go outside. Breathe the air. Look at the sky. Call your mother. Forgive your enemy. Not for them, but to lighten your own load. We are all going to die. That is unavoidable. But most people never really live. They stay safe. They stay comfortable. And then they quietly fade away. Don't be like Leo. Don't wait for the 5-year plan. Eat the good food, buy the ticket. Don't wait for the other person to say I love you first, because the clock is not stopping. Can you hear it? That is the sound of your life running out. Don't let it empty out for nothing. I am tired now. Go and actually live. I am 93 years old. I have buried people I loved. I have buried people I once hated. And I have buried the younger version of myself who thought he had all the time in the world. When you reach this age, time doesn't feel like something you own anymore. It feels like something that is leaving you quietly every single day. You wake up and another piece of it is gone. You don't notice it when you're young. You think time is slow. You think life is long. You think you'll fix things later. I used to think that too. I thought I had time to become a better man later. Time to call my father later. Time to say sorry later. Time to start living later. Later became my favorite lie. Later is the word people use to make themselves comfortable while they waste their lives. You tell yourself you'll travel when you have more money. You'll be brave when you're more confident. You'll slow down when things calm down. Let me tell you something no one likes to hear. Things don't calm down. Life does not make space for you. You have to take space from life. One day you wake up and your body hurts in places you didn't know existed. Your friends are names in your phone that no longer answer. The world moves on without waiting for you to catch up, and you finally understand that comfort was expensive. It cost you moments. It cost you people. It cost you chances you will never get again. I worked hard. I chased goals. I told myself it was all for the future. But the future is a place you never arrive at. You only ever live in now. And I traded too many nows for a future that never felt like enough when it arrived. I missed dinners. I missed laughter. I missed quiet mornings because I thought success was louder than love. It isn't. Success doesn't sit next to your bed when you can't sleep. Money doesn't hold your hand when your chest feels heavy. Titles don't care if you disappear. The world replaces you faster than you think. The only things that stay with you at the end are the moments you gave your heart to, the conversations you didn't rush, the people you chose over your pride. If I could give you one simple rule for the rest of your life, it would be this: stop living like you're immortal. You are not. None of us are. That doesn't mean be afraid. It means be awake. Call the person you miss. Say what you've been holding back. Take the trip before your body tells you no. Forgive faster, laugh louder, and stop waiting for permission to live your own life. One day, you will sit where I am sitting, and you will wish you had started sooner. Don't let that day be the first time you decide to live.